Alright, so first step here in building the 5150 is going to be installing the Floyd bushings here. That's these little guys here. We're going to tap those into the body as soon as I can find the right Allen wrench to get the post out. These are in there good. Okay. Got to get a new chair. This one's squeaky. Alright, so we got our bushings here. Let's see here. That is what's going to get hammered into the body there, and that's the screw here that your Floyd Rose is going to pivot on. So we will commence the hammering. Now the best way I've found to get these in is to just take a little dowel, wooden dowel, and then start to kind of wiggle them down so you know that they're seated, and it don't take much at all. Get it in until it's flush or just under flush there. I think it sounds worse than what I'm actually hitting this. It really isn't that much pressure. It's just the way the sound kind of reflects off this table. Alright, there we go. Posts are in. Ready to go. Now, or the bushings are in. Alright, now we can get our threaded post. I'm right-handed, so that's going to be quicker. Okay, a little resistance there. There we go. So I just want to make sure you can work the post up and down. There's nothing getting in the way. You might have to alter that after you get the entire guitar fully assembled. Right now, though, we're just going to check and make sure that the Floyd lines up well. And that's money right there. Hold it up there. Yeah, right there. So you can see it. It's going to work great for those dive bombs. Everything is spot on, so we're good. Put our dowels away. Now I can start with the sanding sealer. I'll probably go off camera. I'm basically just gonna glove up and go at it here with some sponge brushes here. Just do a couple of light coats to give that body a nice little thin layer of protection underneath the paint. And Santa Claus came again today in the form of the post office. Show you what we got here. Got our, whoops, there we go. Got our Kramer water slide decals there for those headstocks as soon as we get the Music Craft necks in. So those will go on. Turned out great. Some of the ones on eBay, see how that has the little registered trademark symbol there next to the R. Oops, just wanting to go focus on the, there it is. That little registered trademark was on the original, and some of the reproduction water slide decals don't have that. So anyway, it's the little details, right? Okay, so we got that. The other thing that came in the mail today are these lovely Godot machine heads. Let's see here. Made in Japan. See how that's a 90 degree. They call it the 90 degree type because the little tab there is facing straight down 90 degrees from the tuning head. Some of the newer ones, you know, they go out at like a 45 degree angle. Those are incorrect. I thought these were packaged quite well here, so I don't know if you'll be able to make out. I need to get a better source of light. There it goes. You can see the Godot logo on there. I believe that this is the same shape of tuner head that was on the original 5150. I think there was like a different placement for the logo back then, but chasing those down is downright impossible. So everyone is just using these at the moment. So yeah, there we have it. All right, now that we've got the threaded inserts, the bushings here seated, we're going to use the lacquer. This is the Deft lacquer sanding sealer. I tell you what, I stirred this stuff up. It is potent, very potent. So I've never smelled anything quite like it. We're going to just rub on, we're going to brush on this real thin coat and let this dry overnight. Do a little light sanding on it. This basswood is just soaking up this sealer. I'm barely putting the foam brush in. It just has maybe a 1/8 of an inch bead on it when I pull that tip out, because this stuff does spread pretty thin. Try to dance around that bushing there. Yeah, I had to put some paper underneath the bodies. I told my wife I was going to be down here brushing this stuff on, and she about had a heart attack when she thought I was just going to do this right on top of this lovely EVH towel. I said, uh-oh, I better put something down. She's probably right. Shouldn't be doing that. Just trying to get it in the pickup cavity the best I can. Not that we're going to be sanding in there, but you know, just to seal it all up for consistency. Get this out of the way. Oops. Forgot one thing. There is a control cavity cover taped to the bottom. There we go. Alright. Yeah, this stuff kind of smells like a toxic, fruity nail polish, if that makes any sense. It's weird. I don't think it would be very good to breathe this stuff long term. But for now, I'm not real worried about it. It is a lacquer, so it is strong. So I'll flip these over tomorrow and do the back side once the top dries. Probably hit it with like a 400 grit or a 350 or something. Just knock it back a little bit. So the body paints that we're going to be using, they're a lacquer based paint too, so that's why I wanted to use a lacquer based sanding sealer as well. I think it's just for good adhesion so that there's no so the two, you know, the paint and the sealer don't really clash or cause any inhibition for the paint to bind, but you want to use similar products. But man, you can already see this. It is just like soaking up. See if I can dismount this camera without turning it off here. There we go. You can see it down in the glare. It's like just drawing it right in. So yeah, we'll do a couple coats of this just to make sure it's even, sand it out in between. Should be good to go.